Hey guys, it's Venomous here again, and I got a brand new OTGT for you guys. Now, I'm talking about something a little bit different today as regards to games. I'm talking about anime-based games. Now, one in particular that I'm going to talk about specifically is I'm going to talk about Dragon Ball Z. Now, I'm a big anime fan, and like everybody else, I watch Dragon Ball Z, and I kind of like Dragon Ball Z. I'm a big fan of the Cell Saga in particular. Okay, I liked Boo a little bit here and there because of Super Saiyan 3, but that's besides the point. Now, some of my favorite games that are based in the Dragon Ball Z universe are Legacy of Goku 2, Legacy of Goku Boo's Fury, and the Budokai 3 game, or Budokai games in general, I should say. Reason being is because those particular games really, get the essence of what captured everybody's attention in Dragon Ball Z and expanded upon it. And they do it in different ways. And Legacy of Goku 2 is basically RPG where it pretty much it takes the whole original storyline from the Dragon Ball universe or the Dragon Ball Z storyline, okay, and presents it to you in a kind of like classical RPG fashion with real-time control to it. Kind of pretty much the battles aren't turn-based or random battles, kind of like how Final Fantasy or something else would be. These, you actually see the enemies, you can avoid them, and you can actually attack them in real time, which I think is pretty cool. And you can level up your characters, and you get to play as a different variety of characters. And I think that's pretty cool. It's a different approach to the material. I think it's interesting, and I really hope that at one point somebody out there, with Funimation or whatever, works to actually get games out there that are more kind of like that. Because I would love to see much more of the other sagas in the Dragon Ball Z universe, made with that type of gameplay. And I really enjoyed it. That's one of the reasons why I got a Game Boy Advance. Now, the other thing besides that is the Budokai games. Now, here's my problem with the Budokai games sometimes, okay? I'm a fan of Budokai 3. Budokai 1, 2, and 3, and what is it, Burst Limit, which was recently released. I'm a fan of those games because I think those are what really capture the core essence of the fighting in Dragon Ball Z. They're fast paced, you have your teleportations, they're used as parries in that game. The energy attacks, they're amazing. What I don't like, pretty much, is how, what is it, the Tenkaichi games. Tenkaichi games play kind of like how the City of Final Fantasy plays, but on much more, what is it, much more diffused level. And it's not that I'm not good at the games, and it's not that they're bad per se. A lot of the stuff in some of the Budokai Tenkaichi games is pretty good, but the controls and the way that the fighting ends up being is just not that great to me. And it doesn't play as well as the regular Budokai games do. Pretty much, it's pretty much how the best part about the Tenkaichi games, which is the most recent Tenkaichi game, or which was Dragon Ball Raging Blast, quote unquote, it's pretty much that they introduced these what if scenarios, which I thought was awesome, and that was pretty cool to me because I would love to see Broly or Vegeta go Super Saiyan 3, and that's pretty awesome. What I don't like I said, is the way that it controls in the fighting. It's pretty much is like all your attacks are pretty much mapped to one button. You got all your physical attacks on one button and then all your energy attacks on one button. There's no combos or nothing. You could pretty much just do any of the attacks with just one button. It's very simple. And all you have to do is just mash. In the other games, yes, there was smashing involved with it, but there was some sort of like combos that you had to land. You had to land all the hits before you could actually get an attack. And honestly, the transformations in the regular Budokai games, as far as Burst Limit and Budokai 3, the actual transformations were a lot easier to pull off, in my opinion, than they are in the Tenkaichi games. I've done them before, but I don't know what it is. It just feels a lot better, in my opinion, actually, in the regular Budokai games. That's just my opinion. You guys should definitely check out all the games, okay, and pretty much gather your own opinion. But you should definitely, if you haven't at all, you should definitely check out Dragon Ball Z, The Legacy of Goku 2, Dragon Ball Z, Boo's Fury. Those are both on the GBA. You could actually get an emulator or something and check those out. Definitely check out Budokai 3 if you haven't checked that out. Burst Limit, some people are a little bit mixed about that, but I think that's pretty much, it's a great expansion for what Budokai 3 did. It brings it into the next level. If you guys aren't a fan of those games, go ahead and try out the Tenkaichi games by all means. It's just my personal, preference, which I really don't like the way they play out. I think it doesn't capture the essence of Dragon Ball Z as well as the other games do. Okay, now that's just my opinion. Okay, it's just just that particular franchise alone. There's plenty of other anime games that you guys should definitely check out. There's been some pretty bad ones too. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'll leave that for another time. That's just my thoughts. Leave a video response. Leave a post a comment, whatever you guys feel like doing, and I'll get back to you guys real soon. This is Venomous signing off, and that was only the goddamn truth.